Len, there's been a lot of talk this week about opening back up states. Some municipalities are talking about opening back up businesses in a limited sense. You're looking at the data. You think we're ready?
David, I don't think we're ready in many parts of the country. Particularly, I live in Georgia, and Georgia's been front and center on this discussion. And when you look at the information and using Georgia as an example, you can see some parts of the state are doing okay, particularly the larger metropolitan areas. But in the rural communities, you're seeing a stabilization or even an increase in cases. And especially when you look at death rates, they're very high. That's of note in rural parts of this state. So I think that the decisions have to be made locally. I think they have to be made on the data. I think they have to consider what's going on in your community before you can say it's safe to open up and start resuming some normal activities.
And speaking of normal activities, the American Cancer Society, of course, has postponed some of its services and told patients to be careful about follow-up appointments, routine appointments, screening. What's your advice for cancer patients if states do begin to start opening back up?
I do believe cancer patients are going to be particularly vulnerable. They are vulnerable to COVID-19 because of the underlying immunosuppressed states that many cancer patients find themselves in. So they need to be especially cautious. And in resuming any kind of activity, even going to the doctor, they have to make sure with their healthcare team that it's safe for them to do that and appropriate precautions are taken. For now, stay safe, stay well, be cautious, and it's just so important. We can't forget how important those recommendations are.
And keep crowd contacts or even small group contacts to a minimum. Wash your hands, all those things are still.
Social distancing, yep, social distancing, washing your hands, being careful around people. This disease is not going away. It's a dangerous virus. Be aware, be alert, and be careful.
Len, thanks again for your time today.
Thank you.